This episode of the podcast is brought to you by patreon.com/lightscameranonsense. Visit patreon.com/lightscameranonsense to help support your favorite new movie podcast. Now, let's get started. Hey everyone, Nick here. I want to thank you all for listening to our content for this first year as we learn to grow as a podcast. We started off rough, learning things as we go, but eventually we started to get on the right track. As our schedule changed along with our quality, we kept pushing forward and enjoying every step of the way. There were a couple of bumps and bruises, but we eventually figured it out. I want to thank Zach for sticking with me along on this journey, one that's hopefully far from over. We told each other that we were going to keep doing this until it wasn't fun anymore, and that still holds true today. I'm still having a blast. I want to also thank all of our supporters, including friends, family, and especially our special guests who have appeared on an episode or two. But I think I've been rambling for long enough. Please enjoy this compilation of our favorite moments that we recorded over the past year, and remember to keep tuning in to your favorite new movie podcast.
I know that I enjoy them.
Yeah.
And I had seen this movie called Lake Mungo.
Oh, yeah, the Australian one.
Yeah, on many...
Oh, shrimp on the barbie. Oh, no, ghosts.
Oh, God.
I'm Australian.
Please stop.
Oh, Lord, that's not a knife. That's
stop,
a ghost.
I'm going to start by...
You're the worst. You're worse than I am. You're worse at accents than I am.
I never pretended to be good at them. That's the difference.
So... Lake Mungo is what you watched.
Yes, because I had seen it numerous times on many lists. Like, oh, you won't believe how terrifying Lake Mungo is. Click the link to find out.
Yeah.
This one quick trick. All that.
We'll fix your finances forever.
You won't believe what they said about Lake Mungo.
So what's it about? Because I remember
that's a good fucking question, Nick. What is Lake Mungo about?
Is it about it's like a fake documentary about...
No, it's not just a fake documentary. It's like fake, like those little shows that you would see on, like, crime.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
No, not that.
Oh.
Like on the crime channels, you know, like craziest murders on 4th Street. I don't fucking
Something
know.
that doesn't exist anymore because of YouTube.
Right. Well, it does exist. It's the ID channel now. My mom watches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's true crime stuff.
Yeah,
my mom is into that too.
It's kind of like that.
It's weird how moms are into true crime now.
My mom goes to sleep to it.
It's the first thing. Yeah, that's what she
seems
listens
really
to.
morbid.
I know. Fall asleep to the sound of your son's voice. Download the podcast. Jeez. Thank you for.
I don't think for some reason I feel like that's
is that
somehow weirder.
Oh well.
So.
Sorry, we're never gonna get to it. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. I'm just a guy who wants to see a good movie.
That's fair, yeah.
All of you people with your values.
What do you mean, you people?
I mean you and
people
our particular
hats?
friends that is probably listening to this while doing other more important things.
My line has been drawn in the sand, sir.
Yeah, well, I have no altruistic values, and I have no scruples.
I didn't say you have no
I'm talking about me, though. It's only ever about me, okay? And I hate everyone on this planet, except for me.
You're still mad we changed the name.
I don't care. I don't care as long as everyone's happy and everyone gets paid and gets to go home.
So if you were a sexy lady,
yes.
Just picture yourself, close your eyes. Are you a sexy lady?
I am.
Okay, are you blonde?
No.
No.
I'm a redhead.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Fiery,
yeah. Wow. Would you choose 80s Val Kilmer or 80s Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise?
Obviously.
Okay.
Hands down.
Well, I'm just saying.
You fucking insane.
He's super... Okay, but Tom Cruise, like, he looks great in that film, but you realize he's like... And I'm holding up my hand. He's like 5'4" or whatever.
Yeah.
He's super
doesn't
short.
Bother me.
So I mean, you think
Casey's 5'4" now. So.
Did you see Risky Business? He's not packing a lot. You know what I mean?
There's more to a relationship than just size. We've been over this.
If I was a sexy lady in the 80s, I think there would be a lot to size.
Not if you're fucking Tom Cruise.
I'd rather be fucking 1980s Val Kilmer.
Well,
I'm just saying.
All right. Well, agree to disagree.
Fine. I feel like you didn't watch Real Genius.
My boyfriend can beat up your boyfriend. How's that?
My boyfriend can pick your boyfriend up and just toss him over the volleyball net. Anyway, what's your next movie?
boyfriend died.
What's your next movie?
Spoiler alert for Top Gun.
You're a bitch.
And that's how we got Mark Webb.
Yeah. Mark Webb, directing Spider-Man
Man,
films.
does it not suck that someone with the last name Webb made the shittiest Spider-Man movies?
It makes me sad. Mark Webb, descendant of Madam Webb. A fictional character.
Oh my god!
It all makes sense. Oh no! So that's cool. It's cool news. That's just the thing. Let's dive into the news, though.
Nick,
Yes.
ask me how much news we have today.
How much news do we have today?
Oh boy, Nick, we have so much news. We should rename our show again to
No.
Lights, Cameras, News.
No.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. You can't make me do that. I've done all the artwork, the assets.
Created merch.
Yes. Yes. I don't want to start over again. So how much? Seriously?
Yeah,
Is it a lot of news?
It's a lot of news.
All right. Let me start off with one,
Okay.
and then we'll just go back and forth. Is this going to be a news heavy?
Hit me. Just hit me. Ah! You did what I told you to.
Physical altercation just happened. Sue me. But I enjoyed the movie still. I was also making sure I wasn't drinking too much soda or eating too much popcorn. Just because I didn't want to have to poop in the middle of not the theater, poop in the middle of the
This
movie.
stuff just goes.
I can't miss anything.
This stuff just goes right through me.
No one's saying anything because they don't want to react.
That guy has to go. I'm going to have to go in 10 minutes.
Everyone.
Pause the
I'll do it right there.
Pause the movie. Here, have my bucket.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and start with me since
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking weirdo.
Hey, listen. I don't think you understand how dedicated I was to this whole shtick. All right, I literally
you
finished the
are-
last one this morning.
Yeah, this is a very passive aggressive, I have to say.
I've been working. I've got a lot of pent up energy and a lot of exciting thoughts about this franchise. And listen.
Oh.
I've worked 55 hours this week, which for most people who are like, "Oh, I work 70 hours this week. I work 70 hours every week. I work way too much."
Yeah, that sounded real.
Yeah, most people sound like droopy.
Yeah. Or that guy who asks for a hamburger every day.
Yeah,
Popeye.
that's droopy.
Oh.
Yeah, hamburger a day,
There you go.
day.
I don't know the Popeye lore, man.
That's not Popeye. That's droopy.
You
he's
just
the
said
dog.
Popeye.
No.
Oh, you mean the dog.
Droopy the dog.
Well, why did you say when I said, or the guy that sounds like the guy who asked for a hamburger every time?
Hamburger a day.
And, yeah, I
Makes
could,
the
I'll
doctor
eat it.
go
I'll
away.
pay you for a hamburger today. Or wait, no.
That's fucking Jughead?
No, that's Archie. Jesus. I don't know who the guy in Popeye
Dude,
is. Who
okay,
likes hamburgers?
quick aside. We went into the theme, but I watched the latest Riverdale because Riverdale Season 4 started.
Yeah, they did that goodbye.
They did the
episode.
tribute goodbye episode to Luke Perry. Can I tell you about how much I fucking cried in that episode?
You can.
I cried a lot.
That's a lot.
No, I was bawling. The last time I cried that much was when I saw Fury Road, and I was like, this is the greatest movie of all time. Not kidding. I'm totally serious.
I know you are.
I came out of the movie theater crying, and the person I saw it with was like, why are you crying? I was like, because that's cinema incarnate. Okay, I didn't say that, but I was crying when I
That's
came out
pretty
of the
quick on the draw if you said that.
It's cinema incarnate, right? That's the
You
greatest
should
thing I've
get a
ever seen in
job,
my entire
man.
life, right? Yeah, fucking Riverdale, man. That's a good show. As long as you realize that it's campy and bullshit.
We've already discussed why I don't like Riverdale.
Fine. Let's move on to the
I'm
topic,
glad
I guess.
you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's more fun when you watch it with people and laugh at all
But
the
you
stupid
watched it
dialogue.
on your own, didn't you?
Let's not talk about Riverdale. Let's talk about the topic. What did you watch?
I watched Overlord.
Can I recommend a show really quick?
Please do.
Have you heard of Misfits?
Yeah. We've talked about it many, many, many times.
Okay,
Because every time one of us mentions Misfits, and the other one goes, "Yeah, Misfits is great."
Yeah, it's a good show.
I'm
There's a lot.
glad somebody else watched it.
Yeah. All right. We're on the same page once again. Fuck me and my memory.
but there's one particular scene, and it's like right smack dab in the middle of the movie, where they're arguing about something, and then Robert Pattinson brings up Willem Dafoe's cooking.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to read the monologue, which is all in one take, and it's all Willem Dafoe, and I had it pulled up. So Robert Pattinson is like, I'm not really fond of your cooking, and so Willem Dafoe goes, "You're fond of me lobster, ain't you? I seen it. You're fond of me lobster. Say it. Say it. Say it." I don't have to say nothing. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe. "Damn ye! Let Neptune strike you dead, Winslow. Hark! Hark, Triton! Hark! Bellow, bid our father the Sea King rise from the depths, full foul in his fury. Black waves teeming with salt foam to smother this young mouth with pungent slime. To choke ye, engorging your organs till you turn blue and bloated with bilge and brine and can scream no more only when he, crowned in cockle shells with slithering tentacle tail, and steaming beard take up his fell befitted arm, his coral-tined trident screeches banshee-like in the tempest and plunges right through your gullet, bursting ye. A bulging blackguard no more, but a blasted bloody film now, and nothing for the harpies and the soul of dead sailors to peck and claw and feed upon, only to be lapped up and swallowed by the infinite waters of the dread emperor himself, forgotten to any man, to any time, forgotten to any god or devil, forgotten even to the sea, for any stuff for part of Winslow, even any scantling of your soul is Winslow no more, but is now itself the sea."
Definitely picked up.
Yeah. So he responds, "All right, have your way. I like your cooking." So he gives them the sea curse.
You sure know how to make a girl blush.
Try to guess mine. Like my most favorite TV show.
Friends.
No. In fact, I'll probably never watch the show
Terrace
after I'm done
House.
with it. No.
The Great British Bake Show.
Go to hell. It's
This-
actually very
this-
tough. It's a very tough question.
Well, I know you like Mr. Robot a lot.
Yes.
But I feel like that's not it.
It's not it because this final season can totally ruin it.
Mm.
It's a show that's done.
So it's is Boardwalk Empire done?
Yes.
That's it?
It's a very good guess. Very good guess.
Yeah. But it's not it.
It's a toss-up.
Okay. What's the other one?
It is Misfits. No. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen this. Some new details came out with Bob Iger's upcoming book. So he kind of details how that first meeting with Lucas went. Apparently, in the deal where they purchased the property,
Right.
Lucas presented them with 3 rough drafts that they wanted to go. What are you laughing at?
Because I just imagine they're at a table.
Here's my rough draft.
There's
this
3
one.
different drafts, but they're underneath cups. And so he's doing the cups thing. He's like, "Now you choose which drafts to get." He's also a vampire. He's
Yeah.
also chocolate.
Yeah, I like it. I like this image that you've conjured.
Bob Iger
up.
is chocolate.
Why is? Wait, I thought Lucas was chocolate.
No. Oh, wait, yeah. I'm sorry. I have it backwards because
Yeah,
he has the drafts.
Lucas presented Iger and everyone with 3 drafts with how he wanted the story to proceed.
So George Lucas is Frankenberry.
Booberry, really.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have you seen Booberry?
I haven't had the cereal.
Oh,
Look,
God,
listen.
I fucking
It's
love it.
sugary cereal.
It's so good.
Yeah, but...
And I hate that it's gone forever until Halloween,
Oh, okay.
which is forever.
I feel like I hit a sore spot.
You did.
I'm sorry. Move on.
Anyway.
Star Wars?
So works for a long time?
Akira?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for
like the series, like a TV series?
I feel like it would do better as a TV series.
Yeah.
Than it,
That's what I had heard. I guess it's been going on for
like
for a
the
while.
series itself is like each book is like 600 pages.
Right.
They're super thick, like myself. 2 C's. But
No K.
no K. All right, try to get rid of that K. It's just NIC.
Throw it out the
That's my
window.
name. NICC.
Yuck.
Nick. Super Nick. Oh, that's what my online profile should have been.
Yeah, it should.
Nick the
yeah.
Thick.
That's
I'm kind of done. I just.
I'm ready to just.
So you're gonna go with Bicentennial Man?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we get like glimpses of it because again, we're focusing on the main character and how sad and depressing his life is. But he makes those choices to become human. I personally would have stayed as a robot. Except add a penis, of course.
Of course. Well, he wants to be a real doll.
Yeah, but you can still be a robot with a penis. They have those.
Yeah.
Like today.
You're speaking from experience.
I mean, from what I've read. From what I've been told. From what I've seen.
You're going backwards.
From what I've experienced. Ow.
That's about it.
So it's very, like, it's PG enough.
But I think the way they were using those cuts to the earlier pictures of the walnut and the whatever the big one was.
It was like a jar of cookies or something.
I think that's what he was actually doing to him, but they couldn't show like blood splurting out. Like they can't show him tearing out his larynx.
I guess that would really be the only way to stop the assassin from waking back up and kicking
That's
his
how
ass.
I took it. He kills him, and then everybody celebrates for like less than 20 seconds.
Yeah, like they're like, yeah,
Yay!
and then it's
and
the
then
end.
at the end.
That's how
Wow.
films end. Yeah. They're like,
No.
oh shit, we're running out of film.
So there's like a shit ton of foreplay, but no cuddling after.
Well, there's like half of this movie is kung fu fighting.
Yes, it is a lot.
There's a lot of fighting in it. So
Yeah.
you can't say you didn't get, what you paid for.
No. You definitely had the sex. I'm saying you didn't get the cuddles afterwards.
Oh.
There was no cigarette for you. It was just get the fuck out of my house now.
I don't smoke. If anything, I chew gum after, because...
Okay, there's no gum for you.
No!
Have a hubba bubba day. Get out.
I need the gum.
I'm trying to be positive here.
I know. I just want to get out of this because I had a good segue.
I'll hold your hand if you want.
Don't. I'm okay.
Give you a hug?
No. Maybe.
Blowjob? I don't know.
Casey, listen. Listen to me.
You're welcome.
Oh, I need a good segue.
Well, they cost some money. They're also kind of dangerous, so you probably don't want to do that.
I didn't get it until like the last word that you said. Oh, fuck.
Vroom, vroom. I don't think that's what a segue is.
No, that's not.
Segue is like... and then you hear...
Did you know that the inventor of the Segway, while trying to present how easily you can stop a Segway, drove a Segway off a cliff and died?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Look it up.
Hold on, I gotta look that up.
Look up the inventor of the Segway and how he died.
Is this like when you say, like, did you know gullible is not in the dictionary? And you go, what? No.
Well, no, I know you're not an idiot, but I just want you to believe me. The creator of the Segway
Segway inventor
died
died.
by driving it off a cliff. Yeah? Am I wrong?
Millionaire owner of Segway firm Jimmy Hesselden
Good one.
died in a freak accident on Sunday. This was back in 2010. A British businessman who bought the Segway company. Well, okay, he bought it. He didn't invent the Segway. He was the owner of the Segway
I
company.
read that it was the person who invented the Segway.
British businessman who bought the Segway company less than a year ago, that being 2009, died after riding one of the scooters off a cliff and into a river near his Yorkshire estate.
Still pretty freaky, though.
It is. Yeah.
So the owner of Segway
yes, he
drove a
was not
Segway
the
off a
inventor.
cliff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Although, curiously enough, that was the first thing to pop up when I typed in Segway inventor dies.
Well, that's Google for you.
Yeah. Who invented Segways? Dean Common.
Pretty common last name.
Oh, got him.
Ah!
You're fucking right.
Yeah, well, he's dead. Probably. Dean Common, is he alive?
No, he's alive.
Fuck.
Santa Claus, 1, 2, and 3.
The Tim Allen ones.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I make an executive decision based on the Santa Claus?
Get rid of 3 and 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Because that is a sliding scale of qualities.
Hey, we talked about it. Remember, Abigail Breslin
Spencer
is
Breslin.
is not in it. Spencer Breslin, but you know what I mean. The Breslin family is involved.
Christmas Vacation.
Actually, he's only in 2 and 3, so we're getting rid of Spencer Breslin.
No, he's in the first one.
He's not in the first one.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. IMDb it. He's not. He plays the character who takes the place of I forgot his name.
He's the helper elf.
He's not in 1 though.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Uh-huh. He takes the place of one of the characters from Santa Claus 1. The elf that shows up and is like, "Hey, what's up? I'm here to tell you the rules about Santa Claus."
No, you're thinking of Bernard.
Yeah, he takes the place of Bernard. Even though Bernard is in 2, and he's the helper elf to Bernard, he takes the place of Bernard in 3. So he's in 2 and 3, but he's not in 1. Fucking Spencer Breslin
How do
trivia.
you know so much about Spencer Breslin?
Because I watched the Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3. All in theaters.
I don't know, you seem to know a lot more about it than just that.
Did you watch The Kid with Bruce Willis?
I did. I watched it once.
I thought it was fantastic. For a Disney movie?
What does that mean?
With Bruce Willis?
That is all-encompulling at this point.
Disney movie with Bruce Willis. Where he plays he plays a better younger Bruce Willis than, I almost said Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Like, Bruce Willis has had 2 movies where he has a younger version of himself interacting with current day version of himself.
Oh man, what if The Kid is a prequel to Looper?
I already made this reference when we talked about Looper.
Did you?
Yes, in a previous episode.
Long. I can't be expected to remember everything.
I think it was the last time we mentioned Spencer Breslin.
Christmas Vacation.
Did you look it up? Did you see if I was right?
Yes, I
Thank you.
It. You're right.
Thank you. That's twice now.
I should know better than to fight you.
Aha!
They're going like, oh, I'm just watching this, and then you watch another, and then you watch another, and then you watch another. And then Netflix is like, hey, are you still watching? Yes, Netflix, I'm still watching. Leave me alone.
Well, they just want to make sure they don't have TVs spontaneously combust from people just leaving their TV on.
Well, I think a lot of people sleep with their TV on. And Friends is probably one of the ones that they put on to sleep to.
Well, that's very dangerous and bad for both your TV and your eyesight. So don't watch too much TV.
You're sleeping. How is it bad for your eyesight?
Because it could still go through your eyelids. You still have light going through your eyelids. I'm half kidding, but hey, fuck you. It's also a waste of electricity and all that shit.
Oh, it's definitely that.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that I don't think
turn
you
off
can.
Your TV.
I don't think you get eye cancer from sleeping with the TV on.
I didn't say eye cancer.
Zach, before we get into the topic.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's happening.
No.
Yes! Quiz time! There's gonna be a sound effect like lightning or something.
Oh, yeah. Spooky.
Ooh. Hello, it is I, your game master. I am a Frenchman, and I will be doing this accent the whole time.
I can't tell if you're French or German.
I don't know either. I don't know. I don't know.
Thematically, this makes sense.
Yes. So, we will be doing this movie quiz. And it is a horror... magic quiz, tough horror movie quiz.
Okay.
Nick performed it earlier today.
Now you're German again.
Shush. Contestant. Shush. I'm committing to the bit.
It's certainly a commitment.
Yes. So, we will do the movie quiz. Nick performed it earlier today, and only missed a few. So.
Okay. Good job.
Whereas most of the other quizzes, he completed it 100%. So.
Weird flex, but okay.
Just saying. He's a good contestant. Number 1.
Oh.
In The Silence of the Lambs, who is Buffalo Bill's victim the daughter of?
Oh, God.
Is it a famous actress, a senator, a news anchor, or the president?
It's a senator.
A senator. Okay, we will see.
How long is this quiz?
It's only 10.
Okay,
It's only 10 questions. Take it easy.
It's got a lot of news.
Well, we will get there. Who is the first person killed by Ghostface in Scream? Is it Gail Weathers?
It's Drew Barrymore.
Casey Becker. The character's name, please. Tatum Riley. Or Sidney Prescott.
What the fuck am I supposed to... It's not Cindy. It's not Gail. Who are the other two?
Tatum Riley. Or Casey Becker.
I'm going to say Casey Becker.
Casey Becker, we will see. Number 3.
God.
Who does Michael Myers kill as a boy in the first Halloween movie?
His sister.
His sister. Okay. You seem confident.
I am.
Confident. Number 4. What does Heather find in front of the tent after Josh disappears in the Blair Witch Project? I think I'm just committing to the
teeth,
German.
I think.
A pile of rocks, a stick figure, a bundle of sticks filled with blood and teeth, or a bloody knife.
I think it's the
You're
teeth
going
one.
with the teeth.
The teeth one.
Okay. Number 5. What is the camp name in Friday the 13th? This is a very easy one.
Camp Crystal Lake?
Yes. You sure you don't want to go through the options?
Oh, good.
Camp Moose Lake, Camp Crystal Lake, Camp Waziata, or Camp Timberlake. Timberlake.
Timberland. Camp Timberland.
Hey,
I like that you know that he's the producer on that.
Number 6. How does Rachel avoid being killed by Samara in the ring? She pushes her down the well. She burns the tape. She locks her in the barn attic. Or she makes a copy of the tape.
She makes a copy of the tape.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's a lot of ads on this.
Who are you?
Huh.
Where'd the host go?
I'm right here
Where'd the
sitting
weird
next to you.
Frenchman go?
Take it easy.
Oh, God.
I am back!
Oh,
Number 7.
I missed you.
Don't worry, I am here. I am here.
You weird French-German hybrid
I
man.
don't know where I am. Perhaps vigilant. How does Bruce Willis's character, Dr. Malcolm Crowe, die in The Sixth Sense?
He's shot by one of his patients.
Okay, oh, you seem very confident.
Yeah.
Nick has never seen the movie.
Really?
It's very true.
Wow, spoiler alert there.
Never seen the movie. Shush. Don't assume. Number 8. How does Freddy Krueger kill Rod in A Nightmare on Elm Street? Rod. The character Rod.
Johnny Depp's character? Is
Oh, I don't know.
I'm feeling that's it because that's like the most famous kill from that movie.
Hangs him with the bed sheets, slits his throat, lights him on fire, or cuts him in half while in bed.
That last one.
The last one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 9. What are the children's names in the others?
Oh.
Is it Sam and Mary, Nicholas and Anne, Benjamin and Sarah, or Patrick and Emily?
What was the second one?
The second one was Nicholas and Anne.
I think it's that one.
Mine's Zach. That one. Okay. The second one. Zwei.
Uh-huh.
In Carrie, both the oregano.
Okay, you're gonna have to actually say words because it's hard enough to understand.
In both the remake and the original, what type of blood does Carrie get covered in?
Pig's blood.
Pig blood? You're confident?
Yes. Pig's
And
blood.
confident?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 11. I thought there were only
Yeah,
10.
what the hell?
Hold on.
You're
It's almost done. When is Rosemary's due date in Rosemary's Baby?
Oh God.
July 15th? October 7th? March 15th? Or June 28th?
I've actually never seen Rosemary's Baby.
Oh!
So.
Spoiler alert!
June 28th.
June 28th. The last one.
Sure.
Okay. Number 12. So we're almost there.
Okay.
It's the last one. In Alfred Hitchcock's classic film Psycho, how much money does Marion Crane steal from her employers before fleeing the base motel? Did you never see the show?
No, I didn't.
That's not in the show. It's in the movie,
Okay.
which takes place after the show. 10,000, 25,000, 30,000, or 40,000.
I'm gonna say 25,000,
25,000 Kruger.
and that's my final answer.
Okay. The last one is how would you rate this quiz? I loved it. It was pretty okay.
As
or not
long
great?
as it's you,
Not great. We'll just say
stage
not great.
man, I'm good.
We'll just do we'll do the results really quick, and then we will get
Okay.
into the topic. I will hand it back over to Nick. Nick, You got 10 out of 12 correct.
Damn it!
Yes. Ha
Which ones did I get right?
You
Or
wanna-
which ones did I get wrong?
You want to see the ones you got wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were doing pretty good. Pretty good
Until the last two.
until. How does Freddy Krueger kill Rod in A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Okay, this one.
Hangs him with the bed sheets.
I don't know. Remember
It was
who
Rod.
the fuck is Rod?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it. And it was the last question. How much
The money
money
one.
does Marion Crane steal from her employers?
What was it? 30,000.
It was 40,000 Kruger.
Damn, girl.
Was a lot.
Yeah.
Even back then.
So you're telling me that I got the
Zen.
due date for Rosemary's Baby right, and I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, you pretty much
That's a good guess.
you pulled that out of your ass.
I definitely did. Well, we've established, sir, I know you're new to the show, but we've established that both Nick and I have a particular talent of pulling shit out of
Well,
their
you both
ass.
have wonderful asses.
Well, thank you. That's kind of forward.
Here you go. Here. Thank you. I keep him.
You keep him.
I keep him.
Just in general.
Yeah, I have an extra closet. I just keep him in there.
So you have Marley and that strange man.
He also eats cat food, so it's kind of a win-win. I just have to pay, I just have to buy the one food for both of them,
All right.
as long as that's enough. You know? The topic? You want to go into the topic? How'd
I
you
don't know
do?
if I want to go into the topic.
Why? You
I
did
feel a
pretty
little
well.
uncomfortable with you keeping strange men in your apartment and
Well,
making
he
them
looks
eat.
exactly like
cat
Nosferatu.
food.
I thought it was on theme.
He eats cat food, man.
So?
Cook him some actual food.
That's all he wants.
You
That's
need
what
to
he
be a
asked
good
for.
host, all right?
I've asked. I'm like, hey, you want some grilled cheese?
Okay,
I'm
well,
lactose intolerant.
then
You want
need
it?
to call someone because it's strange.
It is strange. But, I thought he would be a great host for the quiz.
It was certainly entertaining.
Wow. I'm glad.
Do you remember non sequitur? Do you remember Bugs Bunny killed a guy in one of their movies?
In one of the movies?
It was
I mean,
it was
he's-
one of the movie cartoon movies.
Like a loony Bugs Bunny movie?
Yeah, like one of those. It was like
Yeah.
a feature length one, but it was or maybe it was just a segment.
I mean, he's
The
killed...
one where he's doing the piano thing on the stage and the guy keeps coughing. And so Bugs Bunny just pulls out a gun and shoots him.
Oh, shit, no.
And
I
then
don't
he goes
remember
back
this.
to playing and everything's happy and great.
No, I don't remember this.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Murderer.
people and characters dying in Looney Tunes is not that abnormal. There are quite a few that end in death. There's a Tom and Jerry cartoon where the whole premise of that episode is Tom is dead. Like he dies while chasing Jerry,
Oh.
and he goes up to heaven, and he's like, "Please let me into heaven," but the cat at the gate is like, "Oh, hey man, nah, you were an asshole the whole time, so you need to go back down and get Jerry's forgiveness. Otherwise, he opens a gate and then it's just like a straight shot down to hell."
I really want to watch this.
You should fucking dude, in that same scene where he's at the gate, there's a basket of kittens there.
Oh, what?
And it's like, "Oh, why are you here? Oh, drown in the river."
Fuck
Like,
me.
Jesus Christ. And then
Ah.
so the whole episode is Tom trying to get Jerry to forgive him, but Jerry doesn't understand because, one, this is before they could talk, so it's just all pantomiming.
Yeah.
And, like, Tom is on his knees begging him to sign this, like, contract that basically says, "I, Jerry, forgive thee, Tom.
Yeah. Otherwise, I go to hell.
Otherwise, I go to hell for all of eternity and my soul is damned." And the entire time, Jerry's like, "No, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a mouse, and I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
And so eventually, like, Tom is physically breaking down, like, trying to get his forgiveness, and Jerry's just like, all right, fine, I'll sign it. So then he signs it, and he has, like, a time limit to get the signature. It's, like, until midnight that day.
What the hell, heaven?
And if he doesn't get it, then he's
That's a great title.
He's sentenced to hell. What the hell, heaven?
Yeah.
That's like a "Oh God, you devil" type title.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. That was a great pun.
Yeah.
That counts as a pun, right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, cool.
And then when he finally gets that signature, he's like actively running up the pearly staircase or whatever
Oh, what the
it's
hell?
called. But then it disappears. So he's missed his time frame.
So he goes to hell.
I think eventually he does go to heaven in the end, or he gets like a second chance of life or some shit.
I would
don't-
assume, yeah.
But,
Go back to the
like,
status quo.
fuck,
It's cartoons.
Man. Like
Yeah.
cartoons are fucking dark
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well,
This episode of Nicknames Movies is brought to you by
the best meatball sub I ever had, and I'll never get to have it again because of fucking Cece's.
Hold on.
Fuck you, Cece's. Hold on. Can you rank the babies for me? Where does Baby Yoda, Baby Sonic, and Baby Nut rank?
Baby who?
Baby Nut.
Baby Mr. Peanut.
Baby Mr. Peanut? Okay. This is actually really easy. So, because he's a puppet, I still have to give Baby Yoda a spot 1.
Sure.
Just because of the detail that they had to go into the actual puppetry.
Of course, yeah.
And I gotta give Sonic number 2.
Man, what a slight to Baby Nut.
Oh,
Well,
such a racist.
I can't, in all honesty, give Baby Nut any higher than a number 3 spot for the very obvious reason.
All right, well, you'll put your stamp of approval on that list, and we can mail it out laminated.
There we go. To, what is it, planters? To planters. Hey,
In which you put them in the lowest spot.
That's why Baby Nut is not the number 1 baby, all right? I mean, if you've seen Sonic.
He's like, first of all, I hate peanuts.
Yeah. I love peanuts.
If it was Baby Almond
Yes.
or Baby Mond.
I hate almonds. It's all about cashews,
Oh, so
all right?
okay, you want Baby Shoe.
Yes, Baby Shoe.
Cashew Man.
Although that sounds racist.
No,
Or it could be about shoes.
that's kind of,
We're already back to shoes. I'm sorry. I'm a little, I'm running fast. I gotta go fast, all right?
Hey guys, Zach here. I just wanted to either jump in at the start or in the middle of this celebration, depending on where Nick throws me at. It is crazy to me that this thing has been going on for a year. It does not feel like a year, but yeah, I guess that's what happens when you're having fun. Time flies, right? So yeah, thank you for continuously tuning in, either weekly or bi-weekly, depending on where you are in the timeline, to just listen to the two of us kind of rant and rave and be dumb and have fun, laugh, all that jazz. It has been a ride. It's crazy to me. It's just crazy that this thing has been going on for a year. But thank you for allowing us to invade your ear holes, as it were, every 2 weeks and just have fun. I want to say thank you to Nick. If you had asked me a year ago when he approached me about jumping on a gaming podcast with him, if that was going to evolve from a one-off appearance on that to a shared weekly / bi-weekly podcast that we both get together to do, I would not have expected that. Yeah, thanks, Nick, for allowing me to be as dumb on air as I can be. From the start of all this, we've always said that we'd continue to do this as long as we had fun and it wasn't a hassle or it didn't invade our personal lives too much or anything like that. And I'm still having fun. I know Nick's still having fun, so here's looking forward to another year. I hope you guys stick through it with us. The fact that you stuck through the name change and the about 40 billion format changes that we've already done says a lot. So thank you for sticking with us through all that again. And here's to another year.
It's exciting.
Yeah,
I love
exciting.
the title.
Yeah.
I love the title. It's called Malignant. So you're thinking, oh
Yeah.
just cancer
I was thinking like a malignant evil.
or tumor. Yeah, when I think malignant, the next word that comes to mind is tumor.
That's. I mean, you're not wrong.
Right? That's the first thing. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe I think about tumors too much.
How often do you think about tumors?
Every other day.
I like how other felt like it was thrown.
It was
in
a
there at the
different. It was
last
part of a
minute.
different sentence, and then it came in. It said hello. My name is Other.
Oh, hi, other. Come in, have a tea.
I hate this. So it's a bad show.
It is like popcorn fluff, and there's so many inconsistencies and holes just for the sake of drama, and like every dude in this town basically just thinks with his dick.
Well, of course.
Like, I'm not kidding. When they're first establishing this quote-unquote society,
the titular society.
the women witness these guys who a lot of them are football jocks,
Of course, yeah.
stereotypical aggro dudes.
Yeah.
Kind of like start to loot stuff and like take things from other people and kind of like they want to keep
The
all the
jerks.
good stuff for themselves.
Yeah.
And then all the women like get a group together and are like, hey, all these guys are really gonna fuck us over if they keep acting like this.
Uh-huh.
So we should band together as women and establish a rule of law. How do we do that? Let's just say we won't have sex with them unless they join us.
That doesn't work.
And it fucking works.
It does?
It does.
They're like, oh, darn.
As soon as they drop it shows, I think, one girl from that group talking to one of the footballers, and she's like, she's basically, I'm not going to put out unless you stop being a dick. And then it cuts to a scene in which 3 of them are having a conversation on their old high school football field.
Right.
And they're like, hey, what if we, like, didn't take stuff? That's
Really? Is it
that's
just like
probably
that?
good. It's pretty much, like, on the nose.
That's so
And
bad.
then they go, well, we're not going to have sex if we keep this up.
All they have to do is wait for the women to want to have sex. And
No,
then...
women don't want to have sex, Nick.
What? Is this a law?
According to this show,
Oh, okay.
no teenage girl has any sexual drive whatsoever.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So I watched the first episode of Watchmen
Yes, on
Thank you.
HBO.
on HBO.
HBO.
HBO. It's not the box office. Is that what
Yeah,
the old one
on
was?
box office. Yeah.
No, but what was the tagline for it? It's not it's
Oh, I don't fucking know, man.
it's not TV. It's HBO.
Sure. I just know what HBO stands for.
Yeah,
I don't-
yeah. Anyway, I saw it, and so this is a sequel series, a sequel to the original comic book, not the movie by Zack Snyder in 2009. Can you believe that's been 10 years?
No, I try not to think about it.
It's been forever, man.
Yeah.
It's forever. We're old.
Yeah.
Every episode, we just
Yep.
keep reminding ourselves. Not super old. We're fine.
We're almost dead.
No.
1 foot in the grave.
Oh, God. 28.
It's a
man.
good thing it's October because then we'll be able to come back. Like a spooky.
Do you only, is it only for people who die in October?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else moves on to whatever.
To whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever's the next step, you know? As long as I don't die on my birthday, because my birthday's in October, I just don't want it to be like morbid
Well,
and
if
like.
you did,
ooh,
that
coincidence.
narratively speaking would be really nice, you know? Like if you made
He
it
died the way he was born, nude, and in a hole.
angry.
Very angry. I would be angry and nude
If
in
you
a
look
hole.
at the Nick Simmons story and it starts on your birthday
Yeah.
and then ends on your birthday, that's like a, I don't know, a Benjamin Button story.
No, I didn't form back into a baby. Edgar Allan
Well,
Poe
it's
died on his birthday.
Reverse Benjamin Button.
Reverse Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
I just got severely old, but more and more childish. That's great.
You're like Jack.
It's reverse Jack. No, just regular Jack. It's just regular Jack. Oh, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I watched Watchmen.
So, before we get into our main topic, I have a special guest for us.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, hello!
Oh.
Yes, I'm back! Oh,
This is my house. What are you doing here?
well, you know, I was in the trunk of Nick's car.
So you've come out from hiding in his closet. to
Yes,
hiding
I've
in
come
his
out
car.
of the closet. I've come out of the closet. And now I'm in his trunk. I'm in his trunk. He moved. So I feel a bit cramped where we are now, but...
And you feel like the trunk is the best place for you.
Well, I'm used to small spaces. So I thought the trunk, I can have the room.
Do you have an air hole in there?
Yeah, I poked a little hole. You poked a little hole? I poked a little hole. So I'm back. So obviously, because it's Christmas time, we have to do a quiz. I thought we could do a quick 10 second
10 seconds.
10 second
Oh,
quiz.
man.
10 question quiz. I know what I'm doing. And we'll see how you do, Zach.
Okay.
We'll see how you do. We've got to do a really quick quiz because we got a lot to talk about. All right? So, the first question. Would you say you're very proficient in Christmas movie knowledge?
No.
Oh, well, this is going to be a wonderful quiz. So, the first question. What does George promise Mary in It's a Wonderful Life? Oh, it's a tough question.
I don't remember the last time I watched.
He says, what is it you want, Mary? What do you want? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and I'll pull it down. That's the moon, is the answer to your question.
Cool.
Yeah, so...
It's like Bruce Almighty.
Yes, that's this, they took it from that movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
Jim
reference to the
like,
movie.
I feel like Jim Carrey was there first.
It wasn't. No, It's a Wonderful Life came out way before. So, off to a rocky start. Let's do this. What is the name of the movie Kevin watches in Home Alone?
Jesus.
I'll give you a hint. It's got the word angels in the title.
Angels in the outfield.
Oh, it's very much not Angel in the outfield. It was a fake film that was made specifically for Home Alone. Angels with Filthy Souls.
Oh.
Yes. It was a very film noir movie that Kevin watches on the couch.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Nope.
Oh. Well, there was a...
I remember Keep Change, You Filthy Animals.
Yeah, it was from that movie. Angels with Filthy Souls. What does Buddy apologize for in his note when he runs away in Elf? What does he apologize for?
Sorry, it's something with the VCR.
What does he put in the VCR?
Sorry, I put peanut butter in the VCR.
No.
Damn it.
It is something sweet.
Marshmallows.
Is it Strudel? It's not. It's 11 cookies in the VCR.
Yeah.
I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere. This is my suicide note. That is the quote. All right, next question.
This is good.
How many characters... You're doing well. You're doing very well. How many characters did Tom Hanks play in The Polar Express?
Every single one. It's a Nutty Professor type situation.
He actually plays... So... It's kind of a two... there's two answers to this.
Lying to me.
No, there's two answers. There's two obvious answers.
Fake quizmaster.
So some think he plays only one character and he's portrayed multiple times. However, and the narrator, of course. However, he motion captures all of these characters, and that's the real question here.
Okay.
So the correct answer is 6. He plays the hero boy's Faja, same thing.
Yeah.
The conductor, the hobo, the Ebenezer Scrooge puppet, the narrator, and of course Santa Claus himself. So that's the real answer.
Okay.
You're wrong.
I am aware.
All right. Number 6. What Christmas movie villain is number 6 on the American Film Institute's list of top 100 movie villains? I can give you the first 5, and maybe that will help. The first one is Dr. Hannibal Lecter. The second one is Norman Bates. The third is Darth Vader. The fourth is The Wicked Witch of the West. And number 5 is Nurse Ratched. So what is number 6?
So, okay, I'm glad you went through this list because I was just thinking it was a list for Christmas movie villains.
No. All top 100 villains. For a Christmas movie.
Sinbad and Jingle All the Way.
Wow. No.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
If anything, he is the deuteragonist. Number 6 is Mr. Potter in It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Not even as villainous, to be honest. He's kind of a dick, but not really a villain.
Yeah.
Up to number 6. Number 5. Or whatever.
Well, Nick, you just interrupted the quizmaster.
No. He's losing track of which question is which because it's going down the list but going up in numbers.
Maybe if you gave him more oxygen and
give me more oxygen! Back off! Scheiße. What message does John McClane write on a dead henchman for Hans Gruber in Die Hard? Honestly, I agree with Nick. It's not a Christmas movie. I don't know why it's on this list.
You're wrong. Come and get it?
You really don't know what he wrote on the sweater?
No.
Oh, it's now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho.
Oh,
yeah. So wrong. You're not doing very well on this quiz.
I told you I was upfront about my Christmas movie.
I thought you would be a lot better at this. It's not even that hard. The song White Christmas first appeared in what Christmas movie?
Holiday Inn.
Okay, fine, you get that one.
Hey!
It was supposed to be a trick question.
Yeah, because you would think, oh, it's White Christmas.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Apparently we are...
My Christmas movie knowledge stops at problematic Bing Crosby Christmas movies.
Oh, yes, because of the blackface. Oh, it's very bad. Which iconic actor's last film role was in the classic 1969 TV movie Frosty the Snowman?
Richard Attenborough.
No, he's very much still alive.
No, he's not.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
David Attenborough.
Yeah, he's alive.
He's alive. He's narrator for the nature.
John Hammond is not
Those
alive.
nature.
I wish he was still alive.
Is it John Hammond? Oh, John. Yes. They look very similar as well. Jimmy Durante, who plays the narrator as well.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Jimmy Durante.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who that is.
I mean, I know it from the credits of Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Let's move on. I'm glad you're focusing on the correct Christmas movies. What are the names of the Griswold's neighbors in Christmas Vacation? If you give me the two first names, I will give this one to you.
I've seen this movie like once ever.
Well, there's a very, I think, a very quotable line from the movie. And it says the characters' names in those lines.
Hank and Janet.
No. Is Hank and Janet?
I don't know.
Is that Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Maybe.
Oh, come on! It's Todd and Margot Chester.
Ah.
Margot Chester being played by Julia Ann Dreyfus. Julia Ann?
Louise.
Julia Louise Dreyfus. I know. She's in Veep. Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? And Todd snaps back, I don't know, Margot. Anyway, that was the line that I remember.
So
it's very
that.
quotable.
I gathered it.
What is the name of the saber-tooth tiger sidekick to Turbo Man in Jingle All the Way?
Buster.
You are wrong. You are so wrong.
Shit.
The answer is Booster.
Damn it.
Yeah, you were so wrong.
Because it's Turbo Man.
You've got one question out of 10.
I'm so glad I got that one.
Oh, this was so worth it. Well, that was all.
I feel like you've had a vendetta against me for a while.
Well, you need to be the best because I need to find a successor. I'm honestly 85 years old. I'm being kept in a trunk, and I don't know what I'm doing next.
Just leave.
I don't have anywhere to go.
There's got to be a house of Quizmasters.
Get back in my trunk. Get back in my trunk.
Oh,
no, come
it's
on.
the Christmas season. Let us stay.
No. All right, we need to focus on getting on to the next part of our podcast. Goodbye.
Boy, you're a Grinch.
Fuck you.
Sorry, Quizmaster. I tried.
He's gone.
Like dead?
No. I need to keep him because he keeps all my stuff. He keeps all my stuff strained and everything. So we're doing fine.
So, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Okay, tell
That's
me.
the best fucking cake ever.
Are you talking about the one at the beginning?
Yeah, pink cake. The Harry's birthday cake.
The one that Hagrid sits on? Who knows how many fucking
He
cake
didn't
farts
sit
he
on
put
it.
on that thing?
He leaned on it.
No, it's fully crushed. All right, especially in the book when they go into
Nah.
detail about how much
Yeah.
ass print there is on that cake. Hey, did you ever
misremembering.
go to that website back in middle school when they told you like, hey, there's a whole website where it's a video of like a girl farting on a cake or a meatloaf or whatever?
What the fuck did you do on the internet?
Never mind. I'm laughing, but I'm not kidding. It was like cakefarts.com or something.
I'm just picturing middle school Nick in a dark room alone, like checking over his shoulder a few times and then going, cake farts.
Yeah, because I
Here's some meatloaf I'm about to flatulate on.
Okay, she's not 80 years old and from Chicago, I guess?
Sure, I
Is it
don't know.
Long
You
Island?
watched the video, you know better than I
No,
do.
they did not. Okay. So Hagrid sits on
I
this
have
cake.
some cake here that I'm going to do a good poot. Tune in next week.
Wait, that was just one fart. Is it one fart a
I
week?
have so many farts, you don't even know. This
COVID.
link from my OnlyFans account.
It didn't exist back then.
Well,
Imagine coming up with the idea for OnlyFans back in the early 2000s.
I mean, you're off to a rollicking good start.
Yeah, there you go. We don't have to go into the details about Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, right? Okay.
Oh, look, you fucking English guy over here.
I'm just saying everybody who's seen that movie or have wanted to see that movie has seen
yes.
that. It's come out in 2001.
Yeah.
And it's not...
I want to bring attention to the cake.
Okay, why?
I've brought attention to the cake because it looks good.
It looks good?
Yeah.
Did you ever try to recreate it?
No.
Oh.
I don't bake or cook.
Yeah, that says a lot about you.
I cook things that take very little effort.
Like,
Ground turkey and green beans. That's about it.
oh, you healthy fucker. I'm more of a mac and cheese, chili,
Oh, I could do those.
grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm
hot
just
dogs.
saying my upper bar is ground turkey.
That's fair.
Or maybe some sausages.
You want to put ground turkey on a pedestal?
Don't put ground turkey on a pedestal.
You got a thought on that
I'm
thing.
Gina. Welcome back to Farts
Would be
Weekly.
Gina.
Here's some ground turkey on a pedestal. It's super raw.
One could almost say it's still alive.
I say no. Watch us.
You can fart on a live turkey. Oh my gosh.
Watch as I let one rip right in his face.
I'm sorry.
Happy Thanksgiving.
My cheeks. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. I'm not kidding. I'm cutting everything that's being recorded for the next 2 minutes.
He looks like a 30-year-old man, but acts like an 18-year-old's kid in this
Was there
movie.
ever a time where Patrick Swayze didn't look like a 30-year-old man, though?
I can't think of one.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Red Dawn a little bit, but that was around the same time as Dirty Dancing. Hold on. When did Alexa, when did Red Dawn come out? Oh, so it was after Dirty... Alexa, shut up, you dumb bitch.
Oh, that is rude.
It's a machine.
She answered your question very politely.
Google Home is better.
We'll get a Google Home then.
I
Don't
do have one.
Subject Alexa to this abuse.
Okay, Google. Play Radiohead. I got one in my room.
This is going to be a copyright.
Alexa. No, wait. Okay, Google. Stop. 20 smart machines.
They take it over.
Hold on. Is it playing? No, okay, we're good. We're good. I'm keeping all this in.
Nice.
Like, I'm on vacation now.
Nice. We really should have coordinated our vacation days because I literally just used up 2 of mine.
Oh, no.
I literally had a 4-day weekend this weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and it was just a lot of TV watching and not being outside.
Nice. Yeah, so far we've had cupcakes.
Oh, well, fuck me. Thanks
We've
for inviting.
had bagels. We've had...
Is this at work?
No. This
Just at home?
Yeah, this is part of my vacation. This is
Oh, you're
let's
planning.
eat a bunch of shit food.
Yeah.
Part of the vacation.
Okay.
Bagels, cupcakes. We had some like dessert pancakes for breakfast the other day.
What's the difference between regular pancakes and dessert pancakes?
Oh, that's a good question too.
It's a whole bunch of sugar.
Is a pancake? If you just make a normal pancake,
It's got cake in the name.
is that a cake?
Yes. It's a type of cake.
But then
Say all the same materials.
by like extrapolating that, could you feasibly say cake is a breakfast food?
No. It's
Why not? It's cake.
It's a square rectangle type situation when it comes to geometry definitions.
Okay, well, what about a waffle then?
Oh, waffles just It's like toast. It's like
I feel like
it's the redheaded stepchild of the pancake.
I feel like you are stuck in your ways, sir, and you do not want to think about the intricacies of breakfast food and what it would mean if you had to admit to yourself that if you thought that pancake was a cake, that would mean that cake is a breakfast food.
What would you call cupcake a cake?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just
a little
tiny
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a muffin?
Muffin's a dry cupcake.
So it's a dry cake.
It's more bread than cake.
How though?
It's just because.
How though? How though? How though? I mean, we could talk about this all day. No, I mean, I'll probably stop by, take a slab of bird
What are
leg.
you eating there? That's
a big slab of turkey meat. A big chunk. And then I'll
chunk is better than a slab.
Well, you don't like the word slab?
Slab sounds like you're dictating off of it.
No, that's a slate. That's a slate, not a slab.
It's the same thing.
Slab, I think of like ice cream, actually.
Like marble slab.
Marble slab.
Yeah.
Delicious ice cream. And then, blueberry.
Cold Stone's better anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever. Do you have any plans for Thanksgiving? I mean, are you going to watch any specific Thanksgiving movies, or do you...
Is there a Thanksgiving movie?
There's absolutely Thanksgiving movies. I'm glad you brought that up.
Please name me a Thanksgiving movie.
Thanksgiving with the Cranks.
The lesser-known sequel that takes place less than a year after the previous movie.
Yeah. Tim Allen has murdered his entire family.
But has set them up in the dining room.
Yeah, replaced the snowman with their bodies. Let me look up... Oh, I just typed in thanks movies. Which I think
is that the new OK Boomer?
It's the new slogan. No, it's just thanks movies. Okay, so Freebirds, the animated movie that came out in 2013? Was it really 2013?
I never saw this one.
Okay, it's an animated film. It looks like it's made by...
Is that DreamWorks or Blue
DreamWorks.
Sky?
It's definitely... No, it's probably Blue Sky. Hold on.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Google is being a bitch. I couldn't tell you. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That technically takes place at... is that Thanksgiving?
Like a Christmas movie.
You're a Christmas movie.
Isn't it?
No.
What are they trying to get home for?
Thanksgiving. It's centered around the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm pulling up the synopsis right here.
Please.
I have it right here.
Okay.
No, I'm just confirming it. I'm not gonna actually read it out. That's okay. 29 best Thanksgiving movies for 2019. Thanksgiving films to watch this year. This is from Good Housekeeping.
Oh, so a source that is very reputable.
Hey, they sell all the plastic pumpkins that your mom or grandma has ever... the cornucopias?
Yes.
The big horns that you could stab a child
the horns
with?
aplenty, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I call them cornucopias.
Well, that's the correct term.
But horns
but
aplenty?
For people who don't want to say cornucopia or can't say cornucopia...
Is it too much of a fucking chore to say
it might be.
cornucopia?
You don't know their life.
Cornucopia.
Well, yeah, see, that's not how you say it.
Cornucopia. Yeah.
Definitely.
So Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is number 1, so fuck you.
Okay.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, which should have been obvious.
Okay.
I can't believe you didn't even think of that, you loser.
There's a Scooby-Doo one in there, I'm sure.
Addams Family Values, which is the sequel, which takes place around Thanksgiving. There's a Thanksgiving scene in it.
One scene.
Yeah. So Addams Family Values is number 3. Babes in Toyland, which is 1934, is a really old film, but...
Wait a minute. Babes in Toyland?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that.
Also known as March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Yeah, with Laurel and Hardy, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that's Christmas. Because they're giving away presents.
This classic film is aired as an annual Thanksgiving tradition in certain parts of the country.
Certain parts of the country.
Okay,
don't
well,
observe
so you're
Christmas.
totally just... Really? They observe Thanksgiving but not Christmas?
Correct.
We're not getting it. Rocky is apparently a Thanksgiving movie because of the Thanksgiving dinner scene. We're going to go into the semantics about what makes a holiday movie when we get into the next holiday.
I'm pretty sure there's a Thanksgiving scene in The Godfather. Is that a Thanksgiving?
Well, let's keep going down the list. Garfield's Thanksgiving is number 6. I'm going faster. Krisha, which is a horror film. That's great. Thank you. Anne of Green Gables, Fire and Dew, which is a fantastic band name.
I was actually thinking that was like a good spin-off series.
Fire and Dew.
Anne has had enough.
She's Hunger Games, but with Anne of Green Gables. And it matches. Home for the Holidays, which is a Christmas movie, except for the Thanksgiving, apparently. That's in it. It's been a while since I've seen it. Freebirds.
We're getting a lot of the same. The Oath, which technically, did that even come out?
What is that?
That's the one where, in a not too distant future, the government decides everybody must take a loyalty pledge on Black Friday, which opens a rift during one family's Thanksgiving dinner. Will they survive the weekend?
Oh, it's the Purge, but different.
Yeah. It's a class thing.
Yeah.
So, Pieces of April.
What the hell?
Jim Henson's Turkey Hollow, which I have set up to watch, but I haven't watched it yet. Miracle on 34th Street.
That bull. Okay, no.
The film actually opens during a Macy's Thanksgiving Day
shut
parade.
Up. No, this is bullshit.
The Last Waltz. We're moving past it. Tower Heist.
What?
It's the same thing. Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade is centered around the whole thing.
God.
That's when they do the heist. Remember Scent of a Woman, the Thanksgiving scene in that? This list goes on and on. The Blind Side. There's a lot of sad movies in this. You've Got Mail. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Which is technically Black Friday. Like, Black Friday movie and Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Who watches a Black Friday? What is that?
No, it's not a Black Friday movie. It's a movie that takes place on Black Friday or during Black Friday, and it's all about consumerism and all that stuff. So that's part of Thanksgiving and thanking everybody for giving.
It's not part of Thanksgiving. You just perceive it as part of Thanksgiving
because it's when all the sales start. Yeah. Thanksgiving Day sales. Sometimes the day before Thanksgiving Day sales.
Sometimes the week before Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
So those aren't the good ones, though.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it. We are consumer experts.
I consume more than anyone.
Hey, you know how much that microphone you're using is worth? Less than $20.
Priceless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm using it.
Yeah. This one's even cheaper. This is actually like 10 years old, this mic. It only shocks me a little bit when I touch this a little bit. Ow. I watched... You're going to hate me. I watched the Resident Evil film series.
Oh, fuck.
I want to tell you how drastic the quality of these films are.
Why?
Because, trust me, just be glad that we're not sticking specifically with a vampire series, because I will do the Underworld series.
I come in here and you're like,
me.
I watched a long-spanning series of like zombie movies, and then
you were expecting Of the Dead series.
Yeah, you even told me a movie that you started watching but didn't finish. So then you're like, oh yeah, I watched the whole series. I'm like, oh okay, I'm expecting Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
that kind of Dawn of the Dead.
How fucking vanilla of me would it be? I don't know where the sentence is going. How generic do you think I am?
Well, considering you were the one that requested the zombie theme for the
You
week,
thought I would actually go with something good?
I thought you would go with something you enjoyed.
Can I tell you? Can I be honest with you?
Don't tell me. No.
No. So, after having watched all 6 of the Resident Evil zombie films, that's not what they're called, just the Resident Evil franchise, and comparing them to other zombie film franchises, of which I can only think of 2 others.
Ill repute.
So the George A. Romero film series of zombie films, Night of the Living Dead, got Dawn of the Dead, got Day of the Dead, got Land of the Dead, you got Diary of the Dead, which...
There's some secrets in there you don't want to know.
Yeah, so even if you're just going with the George A. Romero directed, so you end with Day.
Well, he only did so many of those, didn't he?
He directed... No, wait, did he direct Diary of the Dead?
I know he dropped off for
Land.
1 or 2. Yeah.
He did Dawn and Day. Anyway, they all vary in quality, all right? Good zombie films are rarer than... What's a rare thing? Good Love.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm going deep.
You're talking about like a deep human connection.
I am.
Stick. If you get a steak that's more than
if you can get some good love from a steak, then you live your life. What you do with that steak, how you consume it, or how you love it, you live your life. I'm not going to judge. I'm not saying fuck a steak, Zach. Don't look at me like that.
Sounds like you're saying fuck a steak.
You do it. Like I said, you do. Anyway, a Resident Evil film series.
I saw a headline. Not to just completely sandbag you, but I saw a headline the other day that was like, hey, pizza is healthier than cereal.
That's it. We're stopping this podcast. We're getting pizza right now. Well, yeah, because cereal is like 99% sugar,
Well,
isn't it?
Well, I mean, depending on which one you get, but it's all like grain.
Yeah, Raisin Bran is
corn.
99% sugar.
Could be if you put like a shit ton of sugar on it.
Hey, raisins are just dried up grapes, and grapes are just all sugar. You know?
Yeah.
So are apples. They're all bad for you. All fruits, vegetables, bad for you.
Do you think that the Kellogg, I believe Raisin Bran is Kellogg's, but I'm not sure.
Sure.
Do you think they toyed with the idea of doing Oops All Bran? Or Oops All Raisins? Here's a bowl of raisins.
like the quote unquote mistake cereals and stuff.
Yeah. Oops All Berries.
All
but
I don't think they can.
actual berries that are dried.
I don't think they can actually do that. Can they do that where they just... Because that's technically
Why
like...
wouldn't they be able to do it?
Well, I don't know. I mean...
Who are you, the fucking cereal lord over here?
The cereal lord.
I proclaim thee unable to put dried fruit.
By law, it must have cereal ingredients.
Percentage-wise, it must be 50% cornflakes at the very least.
If that was true, I don't think we would have had a lot of the other mistake cereals if I was a cereal lord.
I'm on a diet, right? Like a pretty strict one. And I was in the store the other day, and I don't know why I did this to myself, but I walked down the cereal aisle, and apparently now is the time where the cereal technology is out of hand.
Really? Why?
Yes, because, well, for one, I'm sure you are also a cereal aficionado.
I haven't had cereal in years, but
well, no, that you don't have to pretend. I know. You are aware of the recent comeback of Oreo O's, so that's something you know.
no,
There's also Chips Ahoy cereal.
that's back.
They have like this is another one that was around and has now returned. The s'mores,
The
cereal.
chocolate. It's just a lot of chocolate
They
in the
have
cereal.
Hershey's cereal,
Just Hershey's. It's
yeah,
just chocolate bars in a bag.
cookies and cream cereal.
Oh. Joy.
And then of course we're coming off of Halloween, so there was Frankenberry, Blueberry,
Frankenberry, yeah.
Count Chocula.
They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
Oh no,
I kind of want some chocolate cereal right now. Really hungry.
I'm alright, Nick. Thanks for asking.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all right?
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Do you dream of cereal as I do?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I, again, haven't had cereal in years, and it's mainly just because I'm lactose intolerant, so...
Well, you can eat it dry. Like a fucking animal.
Like a fucking animal. Like somebody chucks cereal at my cage, and I just eat little bits of it off of the ground.
Oh, I thought
between
that's
the
just
straw.
how you eat all your food.
No.
It's just someone... You got the French quizmaster.
Yeah,
back there.
Hans? Yeah, no, he does that. Marley flicks it out of... Whenever Marley eats out of his tray, he tends to eat it and then flick it around like it's like he's playing with it,
Yeah.
but not really. And then Hans eats the bits on the ground. That's the relationship that they have, all right? You have a podcast manager and then you have a quiz master.
Okay, yeah.
If you have
And
both
you're
of those
just
in your
here.
apartment. Yeah, and I'm just here eating normal food.
You're observing.
I'm observing
You're like Jane Goodall.
a zoologist. Yeah. So,
Well, I think I gave my perspective pretty obviously. How do you feel about it, Chapter 2? Would you give it your recommendation?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would give it my recommendation for casual horror fans. I was surrounded on my left by an older woman who I'm pretty sure fell asleep. I don't know how.
I would have rather had that from my experience.
Did you have a bad experience?
Oh, I had an awful experience.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't tell you this yet. Well, we thought 10:30 on a Saturday, probably not that crowded, and shouldn't really run into any issues. Wrong on both counts, because we get there and the entire theater is full. And of course I have... Casey gets lucky. She has an empty seat next to her.
Nice.
And the best couple that's like 2 seats over, they're not making any noise.
Yeah.
I, of course, get someone who sits directly next to me, and he ended up being okay. But the 2 girls that were sitting next to him, I'm pretty sure were underage and didn't shut the fuck up the entire time. And that's not even counting the other group of teenagers who are like up and back, like a row or two, who literally talked through the entire thing.
Like full volume.
Yeah, and like trying to be funny and cracking jokes through that. And it's like
I don't.
Well, and like I got enough like, I'm getting enough humor from Bill Hader, and he's
Yeah.
actually fucking funny. I don't need some fucking 16-year-old kid who snuck into a movie to try
Doesn't
to
even
get
know
me
who
to
Jabba the
laugh.
Hutt
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So that was annoying. But then a fight broke out in the middle of our showing.
Fuck yeah!
I guess some guy down in front kept using his phone. And this is like, I didn't catch everything. This is just like piecing together,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because after it happened, I'm like, what? I have to know. I have to like do some sleuthing here. Guy in the front kept taking out his phone. Woman with, I guess, her family. She kept saying, "I'm here with my family." And that just makes me think you have a 5-year-old sitting
Yeah.
next to you in the movie theater.
What the hell?
And they're getting into a fight. And they're like, "You want to take this outside? Let's take this outside." And eventually they leave. And like 2 minutes later, lights come up. There, people who work at the theater
Yeah.
are coming in, and they're like looking around for them. And then everybody's getting pissed off because it's like the movie's still playing.
Yeah, they didn't
And
stop
the lights still on.
it. Yeah.
Or the lights are on now. And then one of the people who from the theater that came in is trying to tell us something over the movie. They don't like stop the movie to say it. So she says something, and I can only catch like, we're gonna stop it and rewind it.
Yeah.
But I can't really, because like it was the scene where Ben's getting chased by faux Beverly
In the school
in
scene.
the school.
Yeah.
And that's fucking loud. So we didn't get any of that. They proceed to continue to walk through the theater for like 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And then when they rewind it 20 or 30 minutes back.
So that's why you said it was a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Instead of... Wow.
When the whole altercation started like 5 minutes prior.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to watch the end of Bill Hader's quest scene.
Yeah.
And all of Bill's again, where he goes into
You
the
got
bike
a
shop.
great bathroom break in there if you wanted
And
it.
that's what most people did. They went to the bathroom when it
Yeah.
was replaying. So thankfully I got a voucher, or my wife and I got 2 vouchers from
Nice.
it.
Okay.
So that's at least something. But that might have something to do with why I was so negative on that middle part, because I had to watch it again.
Oh, okay.
And
This is good context.
yeah.
Okay.
And like, that's not really fair to the movie. I feel like I would still stand by that criticism, because I was feeling it already the first time through. And then when we had to restart that far back, I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
I
It's
gotta do
already a
this again.
2-hour and
Yeah.
45-minute long. Yeah. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Was it the theater by your place?
No, it was the one over here, because we had a Fandango card, and this is the only place we can use
Which
it.
theater?
Rave.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's a shit theater.
It's old. It's old.
It's an older.
Yeah.
It's been next to that mall for forever.
Just
That's crazy.
casual fight in the middle of a 3-hour movie.
Actually, I didn't see it at Rave. I saw it at the Alliance Town Center one
Oh, the Cinemark one. Yeah.
off 35.
Yeah.
But and so I saw it Friday morning at 1 in a shopping center in the middle of a nice, quaint neighborhood.
Well, and that's like, I'm sitting over here like, this is fucking like some quiet ass like town where basically it's just supposed to be all old people.
Yeah.
And it's 10:30 on a fucking Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm about to witness like people throw down.
Yeah.
Because some dude won't put his fucking phone. Oh, and that was the other thing. The two parties are arguing,
Yeah.
right? And they're getting progressively louder because they have to match the volume of the movie. And they're like, I can't get my point across to you that I'm pissed off at you
So just
over like the soundtrack of it.
Yeah.
The fucking teenagers who have been talking throughout that entire thing then start shouting for them to shut up.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if this isn't just ironic, I don't know what is.
Well, I'm glad that you stuck through it and actually finished.
Well, I
the
wasn't
movie.
gonna fucking leave. I paid for the damn thing.
Yeah, but I
And
mean,
to
you
be-
ended up.
like, I did want to see it.
Yeah,
It's just-
whenever it's a movie that you want to see, especially, that's what makes it worse.
Yeah. Well, I will say the guy who was sitting next to me kept taking out his phone too.
Asshole.
Yeah.
What is the point?
I don't know.
Like I turn off my phone anytime I see somebody who's like, "Oh, I don't mind, turning down the volume or whatever." No, because your phone can still go off.
Yeah, it's the light. That's the problem.
It's the light. It's like that's the most distracting thing you can see in a dark room.
Yeah.
So
that was my Saturday.
Well, I'm sorry. Next time we go, I'll be the one who stops that fight.
Yeah, we didn't get out of the theater till 2:00, and our showing was at 10:30.
Yeah, I was the same, but that was how long the movie took anyway for me. About. I think it was
did you stay through the whole credits?
No.
Oh.
I left about like a minute through the credits.
Or no, I think we got out at 2:30.
That would make sense.
Because I had to leave immediately. We were going to do this at 3, and I had enough time to get home and then immediately turn around and come back.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is all fresh in your mind, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a whirlwind of a day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Good times.
Good times.
Casey asked me the other day what my favorite TV show was, and it was hard
tough.
for me to answer because I honestly don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore.
Huh.
Except for the things that I make time for and I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
One of those was Game of Thrones.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. One of those was fucking
Breaking Bad.
no, what's the one I hate season 2 of that you didn't watch?
I don't
With
know.
the robots. The HBO one. Oh god. Oh god. Westworld. See, at this point I've erased season 2 so much from my mind that I can't even remember the time.
But you're going to watch Watchmen, right?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But it's not it's from a curiosity standpoint.
Right.
I'm curious to see how that goes. It's not like I can't wait for this.
Because it's season 1.
At this point, I think the only thing I'm like that with now is Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
And at first I was like, well, I don't think it's Stranger Things. Because, obviously, it's something else, right? There's so many other things.
Yeah, the first feeling that you get when you hear the word Stranger Things, it's not like your heart goes aflutter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I love Stranger Things.
Yeah.
To our terrifying news. There are 2 terrifying stories this week. One you sent to me.
Because I saw it and I'm like, okay, I don't know if you've seen it, but this...
You texted me like, you better have this on the docket. And my response was, what in the actual fuck?
Because I already knew we were living in the worst timeline, all right? The world we live in right now is a dark and horrible place. But to see this as a headline on Twitter...
And I looked it up, and it's a story on Rolling Stone, too. So it's there. It's for real. Johnny Depp is producing a musical based on Michael Jackson's life. But it's told from the perspective of his glove.
There's so many things wrong with this.
This is like a hodgepodge. I can just see myself in that meeting where they're like, okay, Johnny.
Why?
What do you want to do?
How did you get in here, first of all? Second of all, I'm pretty sure you're Hollywood's social pariah right now. But, come on in.
Tell us what you want to do. I'm thinking Michael Jackson. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, we can definitely get to... But a musical. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see how that works.
I know musicals. I'm in a band.
There's plenty to pull from his catalog. Yeah, for sure. I bet that'll sell like hotcakes. But it's told from his glove.
The shiny magical glove with cartoon eyes.
It's called For the Love of the Glove. An unauthorized musical fable. It's unauthorized.
I'm sorry.
You good?
Yeah, this is just so fucking stupid.
The thing that kills me is the unauthorized part.
Yeah.
Like, Johnny Depp has been holding on to all these secrets. And he wasn't authorized to tell anyone. But he's had enough. He's been pushed too far. He has to tell his truth.
He's been pushed too far.
There's
your musical options are...
Woo! There's a concert happening next year. I think it's...
Hella
dope. Or something.
Weezer, Green Day,
and Fall Out Boy.
Oh yeah,
Which is basically like
like
It's like warped.
8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade of our lives, was like high school. So, I mean, it would just be kind of cool and nostalgic too.
Yeah.
So,
Depends on where the venue is. It's in Arlington, but I don't remember what the stadium
I
is.
thought there was one in Dallas too.
I think no, it's Houston and Arlington, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Arlington's not that far.
As long as it's not in fucking Pizza Hut Park, I don't care.
Pizza.
I fucking hate that venue.
I've driven by there and it's
You're
just
seriously
garbage.
gonna make a fucking stadium with no overhead shade in fucking Texas and have back-to-back concerts in July?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Whoever did that was fucking high.
You should have brought an umbrella.
Well, they make you, and then the reason
No umbrellas.
the reason they do it is because you can pay the extra fee to go into the fancy box and
Yeah.
have AC. And like, fuck you, never going.
Bring an
back
umbrella and one of those fans that you squirt water at yourself for. Fill it with alcohol.
Bring a flamethrower and shoot it up into the sky. I won't burn anyone. I want my
out of anger.
I want
Make it
my-
hotter. Yeah,
I want
that's
my
great.
aggression to be known, even if it is if it defeats the purpose of my stance.
Why can't you just yell at the box office person like everyone else?
They
Why do you have to
don't
bring
care.
a flamethrower?
They're gonna notice the flamethrower, all right. And again, I'm not gonna burn anyone because I don't want to kill people.
Right.
I just like
course.
I want to get some like hey.
Well, then do it at home.
I'll make some like clown faces or
Do
something.
it at do it at home.
Oh, I'll be like that Mad Max guy.
The guitar
guitarist,
flaming,
yeah, except without the gimp suit.
yeah.
Or maybe with
You
it.
could
I
do
don't
it
know.
with the gimp suit. It's very intimidating.
We actually saw Charlie's Angels last week.
I completely forgot about that. We had one of the worst experiences.
It was so bad. Okay, let me preface this by
Yeah.
saying the reason why. Well, maybe not the reason why. The reason why we saw it was because Casey really wanted to see it. She's
Yeah.
been looking forward to
It was the
movie.
first red flag.
And if you recall, I have told a story on this very podcast where we went and saw It Chapter 2.
Yeah.
In which a fight broke out.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the 30-minute delay it caused, well, really it was a 5-minute delay, but they rewound it 30 minutes.
Which is, they never do.
Yeah. Because of that, we got a rain check voucher for any movie we wanted to see.
Yeah, I forgot that this was connected.
So we figure we'll use our rain check vouchers for this movie.
Sure.
We invite you to come along. You come along against your better judgment, I'm sure.
I had to. Here's the thing. I was across town hanging out with other friends of ours, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm late, so I gotta meet them over there at the movie theater." So I'm rushing to go see Charlie's Angels 2019 with you guys.
So we obviously get there before you.
Mm-hmm.
We use our rain check tickets, and as we're doing that, they go, "Oh, hey, by the way, there was a fire alarm today."
After they use your
Yeah.
tickets,
There's a fire alarm today, and your movie probably will start on time, but it might be 30 minutes late. Keep in mind, we're there like 5 minutes before the movie starts.
Yeah. so that's a pretty
so
big
I'm
delay.
like, okay, well, it's probably going to be late because as we walk in, we see a line of people just standing outside. of
Really
the
excited
theater.
for this movie.
Yeah. A line of people being like 10 people.
Yeah.
And it actually ends up taking 40 minutes
Yep.
for it to start.
Before we even start walking in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually show up before you guys even go in, which thank you for waiting.
That'd be pretty crappy because we had your ticket.
Yeah, that's very true. But you never know. I mean, I trust you guys. I love you guys.
Oh.
Yeah. And you didn't text anything when I said I'm on my way, so I was like, okay, well, hopefully they're still outside. So I get there, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm sorry I'm late. And you're like, nah, you're actually good.
Yeah. We thought we were going to be late. but
Some
nope.
little fucking scamp decided to pull the fire alarm as a
Yeah.
prank.
We
There
don't
was-
even know exactly what happened. We just know a fire alarm went off.
Yeah,
And-
this is my theory.
And it affected all movies too, because the guy had like a clipboard that he was going through. He's like, okay, yeah, that one's good, that one's good, that one's not
Shit.
good. So we finally get into the theater. We go up to our seats. Charlie's Angels is a PG-13 movie,
Indeed.
so the crowd there skewed a little younger.
Indeed.
Nick,
A bunch of
Just-
fucking kids.
Describe exactly how these children looked who they were sitting in our PG-13 seats.
These two little boys who I don't know where their parents were. Like, I guarantee you they were not anything above 12. So already breaking a rule.
Yeah.
All right, the MPAA is there for a reason. God knows what you'll see in Charlie's Angels 2019. Ice cough.
Well, I'm sure they were there
With friends.
for a reason.
They were there because they pulled the fire alarm, and they definitely ruined my evening.
Yes, that's
Our
a good,
evening.
that's a good theory. I like it.
So, well, and it's just because it was a Friday night, right? Or was it Saturday
Saturday.
night? Saturday night. I don't know. I've been working every day. And so we get there. We're sitting down. We're like, oh, okay, these two kids in our seats.
Well, so we walk up to them and like, oh, those are our seats. But the credits are currently rolling.
Yeah, for the previous
screening.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, hey guys, were you here for the movie that just ended? Or are you here for the one that's coming up now?
They just stare
They
at you.
stare at me and point at the screen. And I'm like, well, what the fuck does that
Clearly
mean?
they don't speak English. And so you just kind of step aside. Casey doesn't know what's going on. And then you just stand there guiltily,
and I'm not sure what that meant. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe they were here for the previous thing. And as we were walking in, of course, the end credit stinger
yeah.
pops up,
Mhm.
or mid credit stinger. So we hear the end of the movie,
Mhm.
essentially.
It's okay. It wasn't really much
No,
of a spoiler.
it wasn't. But still. So I pull off to the side because I'm like, okay, well, I'll let these kids finish their movie.
Yeah.
Maybe they just really like the credits. There was that guy you tripped over the time we saw Parasite.
We don't know if he enjoyed the credits. He was just a very aggressive, calm individual that said, go on. So I don't know if he had a knife. He could have had 1,000 knives.
Well, these children definitely had 1,000 knives.
You never know. They have their kicks, their shoes is what they call them.
I step off
Hide
to
them
the
in
yeah, that's good. You're up with the youth.
Yeah.
I step off to the side, and we're kind of talking, and you go, well, that's definitely my seat.
Yeah.
And then as we're discussing this, they just get up and
then
move.
They move because it's still empty because people are still trying to decide if they want to go in or not because the credits aren't
Yeah.
over. We weren't sure when we were walking in because the theater was so big if the credits were still going. Like we
Right.
did until at least for me, I couldn't even hear the credits or the music or anything until we were like halfway through, and I was like, "Oh
Right.
shit!
There
Why
it
are they
is.
letting people in?
Yeah.
There's no."
Well, and it was weird. I think they let people in because, oh, hey, there's a bunch of people in the not even waiting. What do you call it? Lobby.
Lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people in the
Foyer.
lobby. Foyer. Very French.
Oh.
Just waiting to go in there, and like this floor manager, I guess, I don't know what you would call her.
Doorman. That's what it's called. It's doorman. I know. I worked the job.
Okay, I'll trust you. This doorman was just like, get him in. Like, let these people in.
Let them be
like,
free.
Like we're dying to get into the Charlie's Angels showing.
Well, I think they didn't want to break any fire, exit.
I guess, but that lobby's pretty big.
It's really big, and there's plenty of space, but there were like cops walking around, just like
Yeah.
nobody, like who. Well, I mean, it's their job. They're technically security for the movie theater.
Right.
That's normal standards and practices, but they were just kind of standing around letting whatever happen. That's
Yeah.
what they do. So they eventually get up and walk, and we come to find out as we're sitting waiting for the next showing to show up, another 30 minutes. And we realize, or I at least hear, at least fucking 20 kids
Yes.
just yelling and taking pictures and doing whatever.
Preteens at the very latest.
Yeah. And of course, I realized this, Saturday evening, kids are going to go see a movie or do something. Like, I saw them, like, fucking skating around outside the movie theater when I was walking. I sound like an
You
old
sound
curmudgeon.
like such an old man.
I don't care. These young fucks need to get out of my movies, especially Charlie's Angels.
I felt so bad too before we went in.
Yeah.
We were getting stuff at the concessions, and I'm pretty sure they were in that showing. These two young girls in front of us, and they took, I swear to God, like 2 decades to pull out like $5 and change.
Because it's their babysitting money, it's
Yeah.
their dog sitting, whatever. They nicked it off an old curmudgeon like me.
The lady behind the register was just so
done.
done.
Guess what? That's what you get when you work at a movie theater. All right, I worked at one for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
I get it. That's why you want to be an usher.
So yeah, eventually we do get to sit in our assigned seats.
Yes.
That we ordered online. No, wait, we didn't order online.
but you
That's
still
right.
bought them and select them because that's the way that they pick seats in that movie theater.
Yeah.
We haven't even
then
gotten
we're-
to the movie.
No, we haven't. Because this is such an ordeal.
Yeah. I never have this experience at this movie theater.
I don't know why we keep having it.
You have cursed tickets.
These were cursed tickets. Because as we're sitting watching the rest of the credits, they end, and then all the lights come up.
Mhm.
It's just kind of silent. Nothing's happening.
It happens.
All right, yeah, that's fine. They're behind. We'll wait. And then, 30 minutes, another 30 minutes passes, and you're like, okay, this seems like a long time.
Yeah.
I'm going to get up and go check. And literally, as soon as you hit the doors, the lights start to come down.
Like the movie's
But
ready
then
to
they
start.
come back up.
Yeah.
And then they go back down. And then they come back up. They came off and on, I think, like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, they didn't know. They did not know. They panicked
Yeah.
as soon as that fire alarm was
And then,
pulled.
so you were coming back, and Casey and I are fucking busting out laughing at this point.
Yeah, 'cause
this is just nonsense.
Yeah.
Uh,
I would have just left at that point. If it was
and-
just me, I would have just left.
As you sit down, just movie starts.
Yeah.
No previews.
No
nothing.
ads. Yeah.
Just shut everything, all the lights down, and hit roll.
Yep.
So it starts going, and then you're like, the screen looks weird.
Yeah. So we noticed that the aspect ratio wasn't changed because usually whenever they finish a movie, the curtains from the left and right, pull up so that they can, I don't know, it's a projector thing.
Yeah.
There's a specific reason why. I think to let less light into the projector screen. But they didn't retract because they didn't go through the normal sequence
Right.
of starting the movie.
So the whole movie is in
Like 16 by 9,
yeah,
like square.
it's not the full screen.
The parts of the screen were bleeding onto the curtains.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And then there was just a bad movie.
It was just a bad movie. So it could have been worse, I guess. You could have... Well, no.
There could have been another fight, but at least that would have been like...
That would have been exciting. I would have immediately stopped watching Charlie's Angels and started watching 2 kids fight over a fucking candy bar. That would have been... I should have started a fight. That would have been great.
with the child.
Yes. Well, no, I wouldn't be in the fight. I would be like, hey, who took my Snickers? And then they would be like, oh, I'm a fucker.
Why does your child voice sound like Mickey Mouse?
Oh, I don't know. Little boy. I'm a little boy. I don't know, man. I'm not very good with voices.
So yeah,
Yeah, it was just a bad movie. If you haven't already and you were wanting to see it,
I don't think it was like
it wasn't even successful. Ford v Ferrari actually outperformed it that weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty much a big bomb. Or fuck, even the original Godzilla. Do you remember how they kill Godzilla in that?
I do not know.
They release a bomb into the ocean, but it's not a normal bomb. It's a futuristic bomb.
Of course.
Literally called the Oxygen Destroyer.
Oh!
And there's a time lapse of Godzilla and fish, just like you can see the suit, and then it like devolves into a skeleton. It's fucking amazing.
So,
But it's like even are you gonna tell me the Oxygen Destroyer is in King of All Monsters? I'll
I'm not
fucking
saying
flip
anything.
my shit.
I'm not saying anything. Go see the movie.
Oh god,
I'll go see it with
That's
you.
amazing. I was literally gonna come in here and tell you that if you told me that fucking Oxygen Destroyer is in King of the Monsters, I would flip my shit.
It's a major plot device.
So that just goes to show, like, there's always this kind of underlying silliness in Godzilla. But
There's also reference and reverence.
right, and it's not like I'm laughing at it because it's stupid and bad. I'm laughing at it because it's stupid and fun.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have these huge giant monsters going at it, and while they're still terrifying from a cinematography point of view, you still have, like, the narrative aspect of old Godzilla, which is, like, a little hokey. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's not taking itself too seriously.
Oh, for sure. Except this Godzilla is an old Godzilla. He's young, frat, chunky.
Oh, he's chunky.
Yeah, he's
He's a
thick.
big boy.
He is literally the definition of thick boy.
He's not your skinny Shin Godzilla with its long ass fucking tail.
Yeah. Or
the larva state it goes in.
what was the name of? It was just Zilla for the 98.
Yeah, it was Godzilla, but then in Final Wars they call it the American Godzilla Zilla.
Zilla. Yeah.
I think they even make reference to it in before Final Wars, but it literally dies in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. And it has all the babies.
It gets thrown in like Sydney Opera House and gets fried.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That movie sucks. Best TV movie: Black Mirror, Bandersnatch.
That was an interesting one.
An interactive movie.
Yeah.
Won over Deadwood the movie.
I think what we could take away from this is next year
Over
look
King Lear.
forward to the
Interactive movie category.
no, fuck. What's the dating thing called? The dating app. Tinder. No, is that right? What's the swipe right? I'm so old. What's swipe? What's swipe right? Swipe left. I'm married. Damn it.
You fucking old bitch.
I don't know. All right.
What are you talking about?
Okay, the app with the dating app.
There's-
the name?
which one
When you
specifically?
swipe right or swipe left? What
That's
is it?
like all of them.
Shit.
It's
What's the main one?
Like Tinder, Bumble.
okay,
OkCupid, Plenty of Fish.
Tinder.
Okay,
But they did a interactive like dating movie on there. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So look forward to that winning an Emmy next
Was
year.
that worth it? Is that?
to telling everyone that I don't know what the fuck a Bumble is? Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Good. I mean, I can't tell if I'm supposed to be sad for me or sad for you.
It'll be both.
That could be both.
There's a movie where there are a bunch of monsters living underground. Does this sound familiar?
The Descent. I don't. A lot of his stuff I didn't read. This is. I know someone.
Nightbreed. That's what it
Nightbreed.
is.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever see this?
No.
This fucked me up as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a writer or something stumbles into a cemetery, and then and
Whoa.
underground there's like a bunch of monsters that live there, and
Okay.
they're all like fucked up in the Clive Barker sense.
Yeah, very grotesque.
Yeah,
Halfway between Stephen King
and I think they were actually all good guys.
the monsters.
Yeah, but
Hey, we're the good guys.
they here I'm looking it up.
It's like a mixture between Pet Sematary and The Descent.
Yeah, Nightbreed. 1990 American dark fantasy horror film based on the novella Cabal. Film follows an unstable... Oh, okay, not a writer. Film follows an unstable mental patient who is falsely led to believe by his doctor that he is a serial killer. Tracked down by the police...
Bad doctor.
Tracked down by the police, his doctor, and his girlfriend, he eventually finds refuge in an abandoned cemetery called Midian among a tribe of monsters and outcasts known as the, quote, Nightbreed,
I read the Nightbreed.
where they hide from humanity.
Oh, because they're monsters?
They're outcasts, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But see,
Like the band Outcast?
The guy, yeah.
Hey,
We're underground.
that would be Andre 3000.
But see,
Monster.
it's poignant because the human who has no outside deformities or abnormalities, he's a societal outcast, man.
Sure, but why did his
I also
why did his
live in a
doctor convince him
society.
that he's a murderer?
I don't know.
Let it go.
I will not.
I did hate the people that we were surrounded by, though.
Yeah, that was...
There were people.
well,
who
you
were sitting
can't
around.
blame the guy to the right of me because you attacked him first.
I didn't attack him. All right. We were walking out of the movie theater. It's still dark. Credits are rolling, and I'm like, all right, well, I need to pee, and I think everyone else does too. Everyone starts standing up and leaving, and then I start walking out. Zach, you seem to just walk right through
Yeah,
like you're totally
I had
fine.
no issue.
Had no issue. And then I just slam my foot because I drag my feet. All right, I'm a Neanderthal. I'm dumb. I slam my foot into this guy's foot because he's still sit back, perched out, relaxed.
He's
Because
enjoying the credits.
enjoying the credits. Sure, why not? They're all in South Korean, but whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And there's just the longest pause of nothing. Only the credits.
I had
sound.
enough time in this interaction to get from where you had just run into this person.
Yeah.
To the end of the aisle, realize you weren't with me, turn around to see the end of this.
And then of course he looks up at me. I assume it's a man. I still couldn't see this person. And he's like, "Go on." So it's like I said when we left, I was like, I don't know if he meant go on, like continue to apologize, or go on, like
Throw
just get out
yourself
of
at
here,
my feet, peasant.
get the fuck out of here. So I left, and then we were exiting the theater. I'm like, we need to get the fuck out of here. I think we're about to be murdered.
For me, it was great because contextually, when we're in the theater and he first came and sit down to the right of me,
Yeah.
I thought back on what you were telling me as we were walking in, where you had been trying to pretty regularly get that seat
Oh yeah.
in the middle of the theater on that specific row every time you went into it, because it's a smaller theater and you like where that seat is.
Yeah.
But you weren't able to get it this time because this one person...
Businessman Armani suit.
So this guy, not only did he steal your seat, but you attacked him for it.
I didn't attack him for it. It was all just a bad coincidence. All right.
Sure.
It was all just a bad
quote unquote coincidence.
You're right. So just future reference. If you sit next to me and I bump into your foot when we're leaving the movie,
very hard.
I hate you.
Well, and then you had the ladies to your left who were recapping the whole movie as it was going.
As it was going on,
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to look at them. I tried to look, but the movie theater was dark. So whatever.
Obviously, you ran into someone's foot.
Yeah. I can't see in the dark. Okay, I'm terrified
Your
enough
one
as
weakness.
it is. My one weakness.
So Home Alone 1 or 2, what's your opinion?
Are they Christmas movies or do I?
They are Christmas movies. Which one would you say would be in a top 10 list?
1.
1 over 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, I mean, even though you only said just 1, but I feel like if you don't know the character of Kevin McAllister, I think as an entry point...
You're talking about the lore of Home Alone.
Yes, or the history or what have you. I think if you've never seen Home Alone before, like any of them, 1 over 2, I think 1 is a more well-rounded story. 2 is essentially 1 all over again.
So you're saying, like, in the same vein as the MCU, Home Alone 2 is like the end game for Home Alone.
No.
Because you've seen the character-driven nature of Kevin McAllister.
No. I'm saying, well, 2 is basically a copy of 1. Like, we did it again!
Yeah.
Like, they literally say it in the movie. But I feel like it's on a grander scale, and I feel like there's better jokes for it. Honestly, I think the house traps are better in 2. But 1 is more classic. It's more referenced. It did it first, obviously. And I just feel like it's more I'm going to go with 1. I'm going to go back to 1.
You were swinging one way and then you swung back the other.
As I do.
You did that.
I am a man.
With what?
You swayed him.
By just saying one word.
You're welcome.
Well, we made a reference earlier about Love Actually, and I did the whole thing where I was Andrew Lincoln and he was Chiwetel Ejiofor,
Wow.
and you were Keira Knightley.
You spared his advances.
Yeah, because I had the cue cards, but I probably had like dirty words on there or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been as nice as Keira Knightley was to
Well, she should not have been as nice to Andrew Lincoln
No.
as...
He was on the fence about Love Actually. He liked Love Actually until I started talking about it.
And
I don't. It's just a movie full of awful people and Liam Neeson and his son.
yeah,
That's the only 2 good ones.
and Liam Neeson and his son, and that's just sad.
And Alan Rickman's wife. She's a good one.
But there's
Story.
Hugh Grant. I actually like the lady in Hugh
And
Grant.
what about Colin Firth?
Colin Firth is nothing but love between him and this.
But sweet love.
Put it back on the list.
It's all depressing.
It's not. They everybody ends
He
up
literally
together.
has to learn another language to propose to her
Yes.
in front of the entire town.
Well, okay, no, that shit's stupid.
Why?
They literally don't speak the language.
So
I
he
feel
learns the language so that
This
he can
is
propose
this
to
is
her.
like the thing people make fun of romantic comedies for. Like, it's the same thing as someone just meeting someone.
But I feel like do romantic comedies need to be realistic? You know?
And they only have a small part in the because, like I said, it's 6 different stories or whatever,
And they're not the main one.
but they're not even the main one.
Cute little love story.
I think,
Love Actually is a
but
classic.
it's so weighed down, and I was just kidding that whole time, by the way. It's so weighed down by all the other stories of just sad depressing stuff. It doesn't. It's drowning in depression,
It is.
much like my actual life.
But that's what like the holidays are to a lot of people. They're
Depressing.
Very
That's-
sad.
But nobody wants to watch a Christmas movie to be depressed.
Well, most people do actually.
And I would counter. It does not think it's depressing. I think that's its issue. It thinks it's being cute and romantic when
Except-
Andrew Lincoln is going to have
Yeah.
an affair with his best friend's wife.
But
I don't think anybody thinks that.
But-
Everybody hates that scene.
and even the Alan Rickman story where he goes to try to buy a gift for this secretary, and it's all played for laughs
Yeah.
with Rowan Atkinson, like doing an extremely intricate like bagging, and you're just thinking the whole time, like, I really want him to be caught by his wife.
Yeah.
So
Liam Neeson, again, his wife is dead. That child has no mother.
yeah. Well, it's
And
not.
that's not even his kid.
It's not even. It's not even really about him, though.
No, it's not.
It's about the kid.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they did run through security, which is a danger to all of us.
It is. It is.
So I feel like that's on Liam. You know what? Liam Neeson is the villain of that movie.
Liam Neeson is he's the villain in Taken. I stand by my
His daughter's kidnapped
Yeah.
and taken
He shoots a pedestrian, man.
on accident.
No, he does it on purpose.
That happens in every movie. That happens in every action movie.
And there's like 20 people who get into car wrecks because he's fucking
You're
skipping across the
if
highway.
Your daughter, your virgin daughter, also was.
How?
Why does
I
that
don't think.
matter?
I don't.
was in
I don't think she's a
sex
virgin.
Trafficking. Oh, I think she was. I think that's why she was being sold for so much money. So you're saying you wouldn't kill some
No.
random people to save your daughter?
Random,
about Taken now. It's not even a Christmas movie.
Random is different than the people who have done. He's literally in the same room as the person who is suspected to be part of this ring. And instead of shooting him in the kneecap,
But he
he
needs-
shoots his wife, who knows nothing about this.
But he knows he'll get it from
I think he
his
shoots her in the
past.
leg. I don't think it's the kneecap.
It's the same fucking.
No, because one is way more painful. Shooting you
They're
in the
both painful.
Well,
man.
I mean, yeah, shooting you in the leg where you have much more muscle as opposed to the kneecap where it's all bone.
So your argument is that he's not as bad as he could be
If he shoots you,
because
if you shoot me in the shoulder,
because of where he shoots.
Well, I
Yeah.
actually thought it was the shoulder. I didn't think it was that he shot her in the
It
leg.
doesn't matter where he shoots her. She's innocent.
But she doesn't die.
yeah, it was a flesh wound. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he
he was a
does.
black ops agent or whatever.
Yes, he has a very particular set of skills.
Yes.
I would do anything for my child. If that meant shooting an innocent, well, that wasn't going to die, then I would. I would absolutely.
Where do you draw the line? How do you know all those 20 people who are in
You don't
the
kill
accidents
somebody.
on a highway?
Well, you could say the same thing about, and I'm bringing it back to our actual discussion. You say the same thing about Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. He's trying to kill these two men.
Yeah, but they are the villains. They are breaking into his house and trying to kill him.
Are they the villains? They're just trying to rob the place. They're not
Right.
trying to kill him. All they want to do is rob this place, all right? They're not trying to kill the
I
kid.
mean, they are probably low income people, and they just really need the money.
They literally get out of prison before they come
His
rob the
parents make
house.
so much money. They just want to steal.
Do you know how
some
much
glory and
it
stuff.
is to live in a house like that?
You know what? Thanos was right. There we go. Let's just get there. All right, we're already heading there, so let's just get it on.
Home Alone 1 over Home Alone 2.
Okay. And that's where I remembered that, oh yeah, fuck, Abigail Breslin's in this.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And then there was a whole theme park thing.
Yeah.
and- but I feel like I mostly remembered it.
Do you remember Abigail Breslin's brother,
No.
Spencer Breslin? Is it Spencer Breslin?
I think you're making that up.
No, he played the helper elf in like Santa Claus 2 and 3. Is it Spencer Breslin?
Abigail.
He played young Bruce Willis in The Kid before Joseph
Oh,
Gordon-Levitt.
shit. Yeah, I do
He was like
remember.
the Disney It Kid.
I don't think I knew that they were related to.
Breslin is not a very common last name.
Well, I don't think I ever knew his name.
Oh.
I was just like, that guy's from the Santa Claus.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to him.
Hold on, I want to make sure you're not just. Okay, Spencer Breslin is
Aha!
the name of her brother. Is
Aha!
it him, though?
Is he Chubby Cheeks?
Oh, shit, it is him.
Yeah.
Damn,
Two for two.
Good fucking memory, man.
I
don't know how
have a
you
knack
would
for
remember
remembering random Z-list actor. Look at him. He looks great. That was, Sister's Keeper premiere? I saw the background of that.
Yeah,
that
my
was
Sister's Keeper. Yeah.
like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I'll trust that.
Sure. Actually, look up the year. If it's like 2015, I'm on a fucking roll.
Yeah.
I remember because I was still working at the movie theater when it came out.
My sister's keeper. 2009.
Shit! Damn it! So same year as Zombieland.
Shouldn't have pushed your luck. Yeah. Double Tap.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was fine. It's a fun, cute movie.
Okay.
It's not
cute.
Yeah, like cute in the sense like it's fluff. You know, there's not really a whole lot going on there.
Extra unnecessary. Are those words coming to mind when you're thinking of it? Like, did they need to make it?
I mean, you could argue that they don't need to make anything.
Well, okay, Mr. What is the word? Not nihilist.
Pessimist?
No, someone who doesn't like believe in like anything.
Dead? Mr. Dead? I don't know.
What? I'll look it up later. No, but I mean, like, I remember reading a headline for a review for Zombieland's Double Tap, and they said it's a great sequel to Zombieland. It just feels like it was made like a couple months after the first one, like back in 2009. Like, it seems extra.
But I mean, I think that's what it's supposed to be, and I think in that sense, it's actually pretty impressive.
Right.
It picks up pretty
soon after,
like in terms of same kind of tone.
Yeah.
I think matches it very well for a movie that a decade between the first and the second movie.
Right.
It does a really good job at still keeping the tone. Now, whether or not that's to its benefit in the long run, in terms of like, well, a lot of this is really still kind of 2009 comedy, so your mileage may vary on that and whether or not you like it.
Is it dated at all?
It's not dated. They're not like dropping hot 2009 memes or anything like that.
I can't even think of a 2009 meme.
I can has cheeseburger. When was that?
That was way
pre
before
2009, right?
Yeah, that was so much earlier.
2009 may have been like the start of the what do you call them? Like the little comic strip face memes where they're all pencil drawn.
I have no idea.
Yeah, whatever.
I can tell you who Abigail Breslin's related to.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your meme knowledge needs to increase to where it's identical to your Breslin family knowledge.
Zach, I don't think you understand. I'm 28. My meme knowledge does not need to grow any larger.
Yeah, you went and saw the Joker guy.
I saw the Joker guy.
Yeah. How many jokes did he tell?
Like actual jokes?
Like knock-knock jokes. How many knock-knock jokes were there? That's how I base quality on.
I think there was actually like one or two.
By the way, I think we should incorporate more knock-knock jokes in our podcast.
Really?
That way we are better quality for the people.
Okay. You sound hazed. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
So the Joker movie...
And that's going to do it for this year's reminiscing of everything we've done in our first year. This has been Lights Camera Nonsense, keeping you updated despite our best efforts. Tune in every 2 weeks for all the latest news, reviews, and how-do-you-dos, and thanks for tuning in. As always, we'll see you next time.